Skagen, Denmark. It's our stop on day 232 of the Ultimate World Cruise. Let's explore this beautiful, quaint Danish town. Skagen, a small fishing town at Denmark's northern tip, sits right across from Norway, known for its coastal charm. Here, the Baltic meets the Northern Sea at a sandy point, with a lighthouse watching over 11,000 ships passing by annually. Skagen's cruise port is fairly new. It's part of an effort to grow tourism, with about 40 ships stopping each year. Passengers often wonder, why this little town of 7,000? Some people skip disembarking, but we love the charm of off-the-beaten-path places, and Skagen certainly has its own unique appeal. For generations, Skagen's economy has thrived on its fishing industry, with Denmark's largest fishing harbor. The town is home to the country's main herring processing facility and the world's largest fish oil factory, alongside facilities for boat repairs and maintenance, making it a vital hub for the fishing industry.
They come from all over, from Denmark, Norway, Iceland, to be work on.
Oh,
Do the fair, fix.
okay.
I like. This is a huge fishing boat right here.
Yeah, huge. These massive fishing boats are built to withstand the harsh North Sea weather, doubling as floating mini factories that process the fish right on the water.
You have a very small deck there. You know, I cannot see how you can work them. I mean, like,
They don't have much room to work, do they?
oh,
We're hanging around the fishing harbor longer than anyone else from the ship. Zarko is totally engrossed in checking out all the boats. He worked on fishing boats in the US back in 1981, using that income to launch other ventures. I'm learning a lot, and he's absolutely having the time of his life. Skagen Harbor Hotel. This is as busy as it gets here. End of July, a few local tourists, and one cruise ship in town. It's a simple old church. Everyone on this street is a familiar face. After 8 months on this cruise, we know just about everyone. Vin, Spirit, and Deli. I'm assuming Vin means wine. Sunny and not too windy. I guess it's notorious for being windy here.
and rainy, probably.
I like it.
He has a vest.
Looks neat with the flag behind him. Yeah, he has his vest. Frisk is fish. Fisk. Fresh is frisk and fish is fisk. It's a wine shop. Yeah. Some may find this too quiet or boring, but we love experiencing real everyday life. The countryside and the local spots intrigue us as much as the tourist traps. Honestly, we try to enjoy it all. We've never been to Denmark. Actually, I've never been to any of the Scandinavian countries. This is our first stop in Denmark, and I actually have a connection with Denmark. When I was little, back in the day, I started with the paper route when I was like 7, 8 years old. Then when I was 15, 16, I got a job at the Little Denmark shop downtown Astoria, Oregon. A lady from Denmark moved there and she was single, opened up her own restaurant and gift shop. My second job after the paper route. And she taught me how to wait tables, how to cook. I was cooking the Danish pastries. I was making the split pea soup and helping her make the open-faced sandwiches. And after school, when I got there, I made the cookies, which were butter almond cookies, and the cheesecake. The other thing that we made was Danish rye bread. We had dark and we had the light. And I fell in love with rye bread, the dark Danish rye bread. And not only that, she taught me how to work in the gift shop too. So I learned how to inventory and how to stock the shelves. So I have a connection with Denmark, and I've always wanted to come back to Denmark and actually try the real open-faced Danish sandwich and also have the Danish pastry. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, cute town. All set up for us. So the story continues. After I learned how to wait tables, it kind of helped me through college, actually. After that job, when I went off to college, I was working as a waitress part-time after class. In the summers, I'd work 2 jobs. I'd work like lunch at one restaurant and dinner at the other restaurant. And it literally helped me get through college. So that skill carried me through. And then when I then I went off and had my career. And as I told you in my other story, I ended up building a resort in Belize, Central America. And my skill as a waitress and a cook worked there because I used it in the restaurant. So my start, it all started in Denmark. I don't know if you guys have had somebody in your life that influenced you and it kind of carried you through and you remember them the rest of your life, but that's what I remember about Denmark. And now we're here. Something like 51 years. Hate to say it. No, probably more like 49 years. Yeah, 49 years. All the shops on Main Street have goods displayed outside, eager to grab businesses from cruise passengers walking by. The days are really long here. Like, it got light about 4:30, and tonight the sun's supposed to set like at 9:45. Oh, I saw these on a video where they make these hot dogs and they put all kinds of stuff on them. I guess they're famous here. With tasteful shops and a few galleries, there's really not much else to do. So most of us are leisurely wandering around, browsing things we don't need or plan to buy. It's the perfect sunny day, though, to stretch our legs and get off the ship for a few relaxing hours.
It's 7 to 1, so like this house is over a million. Here's a farmhouse.
And only 7,000 people live here year round, right?
Yeah. That's
600 meters. Look at it, it's built into the ground. I used to live in a house like that when we lived in Eastern Oregon. It stays warmer, like the house is down in the ground.
I actually, it's not a bad price because 700,000 is 100,000. So 150,000. Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's not bad.
You live in the dark most of the year. Freezing. Every store, house, and street is spotless and well maintained. There's no trash, graffiti, or cigarette butts. It's a town to admire. They have the white tiles on the outside on the roof cap. All their lawns and everything is immaculately clean. Well, we looked at some of the bakeries, and I didn't really recognize the stuff that we made at the bakery when I was young. There was one or two things that looked similar, and I did see the rye bread, but we're not out to buy rye bread. I wish I could, because it's so good. But I think we go to two more ports in Denmark, correct, Zarko?
Yeah, come on.
Two more, so I'll have a chance to look at their bakeries because I really want to get the specific one to try that I really remember. So that's it. It's a small town, 7,000 people live here. It's cute.
Like,
I was telling Zarko, every single building is yellow with a red roof. And so you can't give directions like, oh, just right next to the yellow building. We're right next to the yellow building. The entire town is yellow.
white windows.
Yeah, exactly the same. White windows, red roofs, yellow buildings. Our ship is on the far side of the fishing harbor, and walking past the boats brings back 40-year-old memories for Zarko. Now we and you know what Skagen looks like. No, it's a nice town. It's small, it's walkable. They have a lot of shops, it's very clean. What does it say? It's a seaside fishing town. Join us tomorrow in charming Warnemünde, Germany. You'll be surprised by the beauty of this place as we explore the beaches in town by bike, discovering hidden gems along the way. It's gonna be a fun ride. See you then.